Okay, welcome. It's Monday, Mindfulness Monday. Um, let's see. I'm gonna jump right into it. So I've had a few experiences over the last, I'd say, week, where I got feedback from people. I got some feedback from patients. I got feedback from colleagues at work, and I got some feedback in my personal life as well. And I noticed it's not the first time I've noticed this, but I think I'm getting better at it with practice, that there's this automatic mechanism that my brain kicks into. It's my ego that wants to defend itself. And I take things personally, right? There's this sort of knee-jerk reaction that wants to defend rather than staying open and curious. There's this immediate defense mechanism that says, oh, I didn't do that. That's not what I meant. Sort of an arguing with the other person. And the more the more we do that, I think the more we contract, the less we actually connect with other people. And so I think there's this practice of learning how to not take things personally. Like if we really slow down and look at life, um, be it the weather's not personal. It just rains or it's cold. I don't control that, so I don't take it personally. But when someone else comments on behaviors or things that I've done, my ego immediately jumps into this defensive stance. And if we break it down and look at it, there are sort of three drivers of what have us take things personally. The first one is sensations, right? We feel it in our body. I don't choose the defensiveness. I don't choose the contraction, but I can feel it in my body immediately. That's usually followed by some kind of emotion. So anger, sadness, whatever it might be, there's a feeling tone to what it's like to take that personally. And then, of course, last but not least, there are thoughts that then start bouncing around my brain. And this happens so quickly that unless we practice what we're about to do today, I think we kind of get hijacked by it. And so the idea here is in the context of this self-directed positive neuroplasticity training that we do here every day is to become more and more familiar with that underlying mechanism of how quickly our brain takes all of this information, all of these sensations that come from the outside as well as the inside, they get converted into these feelings that then are embodied in our organism. And then invariably the brain turns it into a story. The brain's basically just it's a story making machine. All of these inputs that we get automatically get converted into narratives. And the question is, are we aware of the type of narrative that it's creating in that moment? Now, one of the challenges for us is the stories that get automatically created are usually based on past experiences. So in that sense, the brain is an organ that just takes past experiences, puts the present experience through this filter of the past experiences, and says, "Oh, this is just like last time," or "This is just it's always been this way," and people do this and people do that. So the goal in today's meditation is to see if we can take a step back and become mindful of that process. So become aware of how if we pay attention to what's happening in any given moment, we can begin seeing the brain doing its thing, the thoughts, the sensations, all of the emotions, but it's all happening in the present moment. And if we can become aware of that, then we can actually drop into this place of not being judgmental about it, judgmental towards ourselves. Oh, I always do this. What's wrong with me? That's many of us have that inner critic. But then there's also the external critic of, oh, she always says this, or this is typical. They always do X, Y, and Z. And so the goal in today's meditation is to see if we can just take a step back, stay in the present moment, and become aware of this mechanism in the brain and how it converts these sensations, emotions, and thoughts into this personalized narrative. So let's see if that works. Let's start by closing our eyes, dropping into here and now. First, just noticing what it's like to have a body, have feet, to have legs, a pelvis, a spine, a belly, and a chest, a neck, and then a head sitting on top of all of it. Again, not trying to change anything, but just noticing this is what the body, this is what it's like to have a body. And then starting with awareness of sensations, see if you can do a really light cursory body scan of noticing any sensations. Maybe starting with the feet, wiggle your toes, noticing your feet in contact with the ground, noticing any sensations in the legs, bringing some awareness to what it's like to be sitting or lying down. However you find yourself, just notice what are the sensations in your pelvis and lower back, and moving up the spine, one vertebra at a time. Your shoulders and down the arms to your hands. And this is where we start feeling this peculiar sense of, well, of course it's my body. That's how we talk about it. So of course it feels like these are my sensations. See if you can take a step back and just notice that this is the body experiencing sensations. And there's nothing that you are doing to create these sensations. They're simply there. Easing into this idea that all of these sensations, while they feel personal, they're actually very much beyond our doing. There's nothing we are doing to experience these. They're simply happening. Shoulders and the neck are simply experiencing what they're experiencing. They're just sensations. And our brain automatically adds commentary to all of these sensations in the sense that they're either pleasant or unpleasant. And this is where emotions and feelings come in. And again, just noticing whatever you're feeling in this moment, it's just happening. It's nothing that you are doing. We get to simply bear witness to the raw sensations and how they get converted into a feeling tone. And then notice how all of this gets converted into thoughts and beliefs. Our brain does this automatically. And we need that. That's what keeps us alive. We need to be able to interpret these sensations and these emotions so we can act, keep ourselves safe. We also don't need to get confused by this feeling that these are personal. As something that I'm doing either right or wrong. Just taking a step back and just seeing things the way they are. Body's sensing and feeling, the brain is thinking and believing. And there's this part of us that gets to bear witness to all of that, see it clearly for what it is. The more familiar we become with this ability, if you will, within ourselves, the easier it becomes to realize that everyone we meet is having the same experience. Everyone is believing what they think, is feeling what they feel without any deliberate input. So they too are just subject to all of these experiences and they react in the way that they do. They're just like us. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Letting go, noticing how the out breath maybe is relaxing the body. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the mouth. Letting go. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes. Come on back. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to add to that other than see maybe if today you can just hold that mindfulness in sort of front and center as you're interacting with yourself and other people, and just notice all of these things are just happening. They're happening to us, but there is that part of us that can become aware that it's all going down. So hope that was helpful. I'll stick around for a few more. Hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.